right now we're gonna have Eddie Diaz. Hey, what's up, brown people? Come on in. It's fine. It's fine. Y'all don't have to hang out back there. You look nervous. Are you okay? Yeah, don't worry. You're the first people I'm gonna fuck with, but not the last. Right after you, we're going to the Black Keys right here, front row. Love you guys. Big fan of your shit. Rob Gronkowski in the house. How you doing, beautiful? I'm talking to you, white man with the buzz cut. I don't know what you do, but like if you teach yoga, I'd love to sign the fuck up. I really would. Your man bun tells me that you would align my chakras in a way no one has before, and it'd be my privilege to give you that opportunity. By the way, this is not a painting of me. I just want you to know. The first person I had to clarify that for was my white mother, so I'm not going to assume that any of you are bad people if you thought it was me, but it's not me. It's a far more famous Hispanic comedian. Usually when I get confused with people, it's anybody that's overweight. So I'll take that. Like people go, you remind me of Chris Farley. I'm like, really? Tell me more about our similarities. Love that shit. Thank you guys for being here. Give it up for every comedian that came up here today, please. It's so hard to do this. It's so hard to do this. Finally, thank you for staying silent. I really appreciate it. I know how hard that is for you, Doc. Really, I do. So this morning when I was brushing my teeth, I was thinking, what the fuck ever happened to flying cars? We just give up on that shit? We've had 14 generations of the iPhone. Not a peep about flying cars. Pluto isn't a planet. Will Smith isn't the nicest black man you know anymore. Not a word about flying cars. I hope they canceled the project. I really do. I've seen what a nice boat costs, and they still haven't figured out how to stop those motherfuckers from sinking. To take a look at the Tesla price tag, you'd think electricity was new. It's not, though. Yeah, man. We've been talking a lot about relationships. I'm in a long-distance relationship. No applause feels correct for that. I'm in a long-distance relationship emotionally. She's emotionally distant. She doesn't live far. I could jog there. Google Maps says it's 4 minutes. She looked me in the windows of my soul. She's like, why would I miss you if I'm going to see you again in 6 days? I've become to boyfriends what Justin Timberlake is to R&B music. I used to have like a really good run going, and now when you hear my name, you're like, oh shit, I forgot about him. He was good. Like, remember he had that hit one time. Oh, I just turned 31. Don't clap for that. That's not worth clapping for either. Oh, thank you. That was... that's okay. I just turned 31 recently, and I'm getting grumpier by the day. Things that used to bring me joy don't bring me joy anymore. When I was young, The Rock was my hero. I loved The Rock. He was my favorite person. I used to do the eyebrow and everything, and now every time I see this man, it makes me angry. He's just a walking monopoly. Every time I see him, he's in a gym somewhere at 4 a.m. sweating, trying to sell me something I don't want. This man has a football league, an energy drink, a tequila company, a clothing line, a headphone brand. We're like 6 months away from The Rock trying to sell you women's panties. Like this summer at Victoria's Secret, introducing The Rock Bottoms. Finally, a thong that can stand up to your workout. With our all-new scent-sealing technology, you can sweat on the Stairmaster and no one will have to smell what The Rock is cooking. It's fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I cannot stand it. Lots of things going on in my life. Exciting things. We got gender-neutral bathrooms at my job. I'm really excited about that because it's giving me an opportunity to show the women I work with that I'm a feminist without saying that I'm a feminist. Because if you say that you're a feminist, no one believes you. They're like, actions speak louder than words, and I agree. That's why I've become known at work as the guy who leaves the toilet seat up. Because when you sit on a piss-covered toilet seat in our gender-neutral bathrooms, your second thought, after I'm gonna kill whoever's responsible for this, is, yo, I know it wasn't Eddie. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He leaves the seat up. He wouldn't do that to me. It's 2023. Leave the seat up. Sure you care. You know? Speaking of gender-neutral, why does everyone have such a problem with pronouns? Everyone's always like, it's so hard to call one person they. But I've been gender-neutral since '98. I grew up in the hood. That's just how we talk. My grandma come outside like, where your cousin at? I'm like, oh, Josiah? They over there. Be like, oh, you mean Stacy? Oh, Stacy over there with Tanya and them. Yeah, you know Grandma Tanya and them be bullshitting. Take that, every English teacher who said I don't talk right. Guess inclusivity just wasn't part of your syllabus. Guess pronouns didn't make the lesson plan. I've been trying to bond more with my mom recently, so I watched her favorite movie, The Wizard of Oz. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. It's trash. Oh my god, it's so bad. In a world where monkeys fly and little people dance and the road is golden bricks as far as the eye can see, the whole point of this movie is to get her back to Kansas? She's clicking her heels like there's no place like home. There's lots of places like Kansas. Utah, Arkansas, Nebraska, Wyoming. I could go on, but I think I've made my point. You know? There's very few places where you can throw water on a witch and watch her melt, Flint, Michigan notwithstanding. Was that the line? Okay, you know it's Northampton. You gotta feel that shit out. You gotta feel that shit out. How you doing? I really like the bartender's energy. I went up to get a drink because I wouldn't have any fucking beer. It's my last day. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'm drunk. That's the energy I live my life with every day, you know? So I really appreciate you for that one. While we're on the subject of Kansas, I have a couple friends who are moving from East Longmeadow to Chicago. And yeah, I used to live in Chicago for 5 years, okay? And they keep asking me questions like, Eddie, what's the crime like in Chicago? God. We're seeing the crime statistics. You've met people from East Longmeadow, right? I have to tell you what kind of people these are. And I'm just like, what's wrong with you? If you don't want bad things to happen to you, don't move to a big city. Chicago, New York, LA, Boston, you've seen movies, you've seen real life. Bad shit happens in big cities. You know what you need to be worried about? You know what keeps me up at night? I'm terrified of something bad happening in Wichita, Kansas. Terrified. Bro, a crisis happening in Wichita, Kansas would be like watching a scary movie and the white girl main character is the first one to die. You would just be like, yo, if she's not safe, ain't none of you motherfuckers safe. Like, if you cannot go to Wichita, where can you go? What is safety? What is safety if they fuck up Wichita? You know, I just don't know anymore. I'll tell you, I was recently dating a polyamorous girl. I was dating 2 polyamorous women, for those of you familiar. Polyamorous just means that, like, I'm an ethical side chick. That's what that means, if you need any clarity. The interesting thing about having 2 girlfriends that know about each other is it took away all the fun parts of having 2 girlfriends, like the second cell phone, the deceit, any need to listen to Usher music, you know? That's all that shit's for. What kills me is they kept telling me they wanted to meet each other. They were like, yeah, we should all go out to dinner together. And I was like, yeah, I was down to do it too, until they couldn't answer one simple question. I said, hey, if we all go out to dinner together, which side of the table do I sit on? And they both said the same thing to me. They said, whatever you think is best. And I was like, oh, no. I might be new to polyamory, but I know a trap when I see one. I know a trap when I see one. I've dated way too many Latino women. Anybody in here ever dated Latino women? Yeah, the craziest thing about dating a Latino woman is when she pulls a Jedi mind trick on you and she's never seen Star Wars. How's she finding that shit out? They had to go to an academy to learn how to do that. She's just born this way? I was talking to her the other day. I was like, yo, I really don't like how sometimes you just ruin my Tuesday. And she was like, what's life without a little bit of chaos? And I was like, yo, you're not hearing me. I don't like how you just ruined my Tuesday. And she's like, you love me, right? And I was like, girl, you know I love you. Stop. What happened? I had all this energy, and she was just like, this is not the Latino woman you're angry with. And off we went. It was crazy. Any single moms in the house? No? Yes, hell yeah. I love you. I support you. I'm a champion for single moms. If you're a single mom, I support you blindly. If you're my bartender server and you're a single mom, automatic 50% tip. I don't care if it takes you 15 minutes to get my lemonade. Because while I'm sitting there, I'm just going to be thinking that if you weren't at home doing the work of 2 people, you could have got my Minute Maid a little bit quicker. I'm many things in this life, but I'm not ungrateful. I'll tell you that much. Don't bring me into a strip club, though. Single mom overload. I almost died in there. Last time I went into a strip club, I was paying utilities in that motherfucker, bro. I done put 3-ring binders in the G-string, too, but that's the kind of creep shit that gets you jammed up, right? They be dragging you out of the strip club like, I support single moms. Like, nah, not me. It's not a good look. I wrapped a Staples gift card in 2 $100 bills. very grateful after she was done being confused. I was like, that's for school supplies. I'm gonna go wash this glitter off my lip. You guys are fucking awesome. I'm having a good time. How you guys feeling? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm gonna leave you with this very interesting thing that happened to me. I matched with a girl on a dating app recently, and things were going very well, super well. We were hitting it off, and she said to me, hey, before this goes any further, there's something I have to tell you. And immediately, I saw some of your faces. When you hear that sentence, you freak out, right? Because it's never followed by anything good. It's never like, hey, before this goes any further, I just want to let you know, Raisin Bran, really underrated cereal. It's never that. So she was like, before this goes any further, I just want to let you know I only have sex on my period. And I was like, wait, what? Whew. Now, I want to be clear here. I'm like Planet Fitness in that most of my material is for fat people, and this is a judgment-free zone, right? So I want to be clear that like I'm not against period sex in any way, shape, or form, but only having sex with a woman on her period? Do you know what that would do to you psychologically? You'd be walking into CVS, get a hard-on every time you see Kotex? No, if you're walking through a CVS with a Kotex hard-on, you're not the weirdest person in the CVS. And if you're the weirdest person in the CVS, you have to move to Wyoming. That's what it's there for. It's a national park and a bunch of people who are the weirdest person in a CVS. Any potheads in the house? Yeah. I figured there was at least a few of you.
I've been to Wyoming too.
You were doing so well. You were doing so well. You know, that mustache says that you're the strong silent type, but your mouth disagrees. Oh, damn. You can find this man, bro. Your shoes aren't even tied, bro. Get your fucking life together. That's not style, that's laziness, bro. Holy shit. What's your name? It doesn't matter what your name is. That's a callback to my rock joke. I just always wanted to do that with somebody. Thanks for participating. Yeah, so I did dabs for the first time recently. I don't know if anybody here's ever done dabs. And my friends who are potheads tried to warn me. They were like, hey, this is not like regular weed. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I've been smoking weed for 10 years. You know, I hit him with that old black manager. I was like, young blood, you can't talk to me about shit. I've been smoking weed since you were knee-high to a grasshopper. Just came with the wrong energy. And I want to say that if you think that smoking caveman weed prepares you for dabs, that's like thinking that learning how to walk prepares you to run a marathon. It's not the same thing. I'll never do dabs again because it was far too heroin adjacent for my taste. You gotta like put the wax on a little spoon, heat that shit with a blowtorch. I was like, I've seen New Jack City. This don't look good, bro. This is far too crack adjacent for my taste. Left a bad taste in my mouth, literally. It said pineapple dreams, but tasted like fear. Panic attacks. Anybody, well this is Northampton, so I know the answer to this question. Any fans of Chick-fil-A in the house? Yeah, that's what I thought. Even if you were, you're not gonna fucking woo for that. You wouldn't dare. In the LGBTQIA plus capital of Western Mass. I know some of y'all eat at Chick-fil-A. I don't like Chick-fil-A, not because the food's bad or because they're homophobic. Those are good reasons to hate them. I don't like Chick-fil-A because I'm pretty sure that Chick-fil-A is a cult. It is no one's pleasure. Look at me, you, right here. You, beautiful brown woman, you, right here. It is no one's pleasure to get you a chicken sandwich. Do you hear what I'm saying? No one. This is definitely some get out shit. You hear what I'm saying? They are brainwashing these employees. I went to Chick-fil-A the other day. I talked to the girl at the counter and I was like, yo, Allison, how you doing? She was like, yeah, what can I do for you? I was like, yo, can I have chicken nuggets? She's like, it's my pleasure to get you chicken nuggets. I was like, word. And then I was like, can I have some barbecue sauce? She's like, pleasure to get you barbecue sauce. I was like, do you have to say that shit to me? And then a manager just fucking materialized from under the counter. He was like, hi, my name is Gavin. Is there a problem? And I was like, no, Gavin. I was just asking if she has to say that it's her pleasure. And he was like, no, I'll get you the barbecue sauce. It'll be my pleasure. I said, I fucking heard it when she said it. I'm just asking, do you have to say this? Like, I'm pretty sure if you hit a Chick-fil-A employee directly in the face with flash photography, they would just freak the fuck out. They would just say, my name is not Gavin, it's Derek! And it's not my pleasure to get you a chicken sandwich! Like, they'd have to drag him, they're like, nothing to see here. Nothing to see, Derek's on his lunch break. Alright, you guys have been an amazing crowd. My name's Eddie